Jesus isn't boring. If you really follow Him, this isn't boring. If you live a boring Christian life, I can tell you, you ain't following. He's calling us out of our boats. I was talking to Chris. Chris said, I got a lot of little boats. Well, which boat we going to talk about? You got a tributary and a lot of little boats. A lot of our lives are a lot of little boats. Where we're safe in this, we're safe in that, we're safe in that, we're comfortable in that. Because we can touch the bottom of that boat. But as soon as the boat is gone, we can't touch bottom anymore. We don't feel as comfortable. We're bobbing around. We got to trust. This is an interesting quote by Eileen Goober. You can live on bland food as to avoid an ulcer, drink no tea, coffee, or other stimulants in the name of health, go to bed early, stay away from nightlife, avoid all controversial subjects so as to never give offense, mind your own business, avoid involvement in other people's problems, spend money on necessities, and save all you can. And you know what? You can still break your neck in the bathtub. And we'll see you're right. You can try all you want to minimize things, but you know what? You can still get hurt where you are and bored where you are, and the place that's the safest. It's like a coffin. You're going to die there because there's no life there. Peter got out of the boat, walked on the water, came toward Jesus. But, say but. When he saw the wind, he was afraid. How do you see wind? See the wind and the waves. See, he was seeing the waves. It must have been really major choppy out there, yeah. When he saw the wind, he was afraid. There comes back that fear again. And beginning to sink, cried out, Lord, save me. Immediately. Say immediately. Immediately. Jesus wasn't, just let him thrash around a little bit, I don't know if he really meant it. I'll see if he said, Immediately Jesus reached out his hand, caught him. Can you imagine? And this is the time, this is how God speaks to us. While He's holding us, while we know that we're loved, that's when Jesus speaks the truth to us. In Ephesians it says, speaking the truth in love, we grow up. These are moments of growth. The moments of growth is when we fall. And what do? Cry out. God will be there. But then he says, you have little faith, he said. Why did you doubt? What a lesson. What a lesson. There's always a changed life. There's always a stumble and a lesson. There's always a stumble and a lesson. In this walk with God, there's a call, there's fear, there's assurance. What we talked about last week. There's that. What was the one we talked about? Just right. Decision. There's always a call and another decision. There's always a stumble and a lesson. In this walk with God, there's always a stumble. We'll always fall down. But there's always lessons. And that's how we learn. That's how we learn, friends. I'd like to pass out the pamphlets and all of a sudden you learned everything, go out there and be 100% successful. How we learn is through the stumbles. And here's Jesus speaking to Peter in Luke 22. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to have you, to sift you like wheat. But I have pleaded in prayer for you that your faith should not completely fail. So when you have repented and turned to me again, there's a learning there. Strengthen and build up the faith of your brothers. Talk about a time when you stumbled in your faith. What were the circumstances? What caused you to stumble? What lesson or lessons did God teach you about you and about God? All right, let's pray.